We are live. Have a good day. Welcome, my friends. Welcome, Kelly. My Skies 5D. Welcome. I saw you as a subscriber today. I welcome you. Wow, this is like the first, no, yesterday or the day before, I did like a small testing live stream with the internet that I bought, a SIM card. But the live stream that I did, the talk about the book of life, was already some weeks ago. And I don't even know how long, maybe even 5 or 6 weeks ago. I even almost forgot how to make a live stream again. But yeah, no worries. It's like riding a bicycle, as they say in the Netherlands. You will never forget it once you've learned it. So, uh, we're just going to wait a little bit about when there are a little bit more people, and I will start. I will tell you today is a beautiful day. The sky is blue. It is cold, but at the end of the week, it's going to be warmer again. And my guess is that this Sunday, I'm going to move from the house where I am right now and going to the farm where I'm going to be a cow girl, milking the cow, not with my hands, but my hands need to clean the titties from the cow because they need to have like this sucking system from the machine to go on it. Must say I am doing this because there is no other option, because I want to tell I do not agree with the whole milking system and people drinking milk and how the cows are being impregnated and being used as milk factories. But on the other hand, this is a small family. They have 80 cows, which is for Serbian standards like a big ranch. They also have chickens, and they have a garden, of course, where they grow their own vegetables and stuff. I think at like 200 meters there is a river where I can swim in the summer, and Romania is in about 800 meters away. And although I am in Serbia, I am staying with a family that comes from Romania. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if everything is going to work. Probably I will be having like some papers for about a year if everything is okay, because the border of Romania is like completely closed. Nobody can get in, although you can get in if you have a PCR test, and then you also have to be 2 weeks in quarantine, even if your PCR test is negative, which is like complete lunatic. So I was wondering if shit is going to happen, or if I cannot stay there on the farm for whatever reason, then I must kind of like have a place where I can go if it doesn't work out. Bulgaria is an option. The rules are not so strict there as they are in Romania. I can go there without a PCR test and stay like, I think it's like a week or 7 days in quarantine. And I found out that in Romania, not in Romania. Hey, you're lurking or lurk cooking. Aha, okay. Cooking. You made lasagna yesterday, dude. You can just warm it up. No, never mind. What I was going to say is Macedonia has its borders open to enter without quarantine, without any form of PCR test, nothing. You can just enter. And I have friends in Macedonia where I was maybe like last year was going to stay. You know, Voynich Frosty, my American friend. and Ivana. And so I talked with them, and they said, well, actually, I talked with them before I knew that I was going to get to the farm, period. They said if there is like a possibility for me to get there, then I can also stay there with them. So I have kind of like a backup plan for that. Although if it doesn't work out, it will be more than 400 kilometers on the bicycle, which is not so bad because spring is going to start pretty soon. And I guess with Jahushua's help, if I would need to, I will even get like a ride for, even if it's like 100 kilometers or 150, I will be there within a month, and everything will be fine. With that, I saw in Greece, you can go to Greece right now without a PCR test if you are staying in quarantine for 7 days. And that can be in a friend's house. And I have a lot of friends already in Greece. I know many people there. Um, so, yeah, there are some options and some possibilities. And although in the north, everything is like closing up and locking down again and again. Uh-huh. Yeah, so there are some solutions, and I'm quite pleased with that. The other thing is that since I left the Netherlands, I did not have my license for driving anymore, and there, because I will be registered in some kind of way, not like registered, but like registered for a year as a worker here for like a very small amount of money, like literally almost nothing. Although I do have a house above my head, and that's kind of like about it. So still, if someone would like to donate, it's possible. My PayPal link is in the description box. With that said, I do want to address the fact that Patrick Roberts, his house burned down, and if you have a possibility to go to his side and to help him, that would also be very kind, because yeah, being homeless, like I know what it is, and he lost everything. Well, he will get everything back. I know he will. That's, yeah, that's life. I would say it's life. It really sucks, but trust me, he will get his stuff back. But with a little bit of help from his friends and from the people, it would be a little bit better. So there are some people now, they're going to start up with my laptop, and I would suggest for the new people, Voynich, the Greek test. Yeah. For the people that are new here right now, this is going to be the third part of my book. So the first part is like the introduction and just the names of the chapters. So part two I already did. So there are a couple of live streams that I was talking about my book. So if you're curious, you can listen to them after this stream or even download my book. Must say that I am still making some alterations, not big alterations, but most of all, like because my English is not the best of the best, and when I was writing my book, my English sucked even more than it does right now. So you can read that, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more tolerable for the reading for you guys. So let's see where to begin. I must say also, I am still in my friend's house. Her name is Vesna. She's very sweet. She lives here with 30 dogs and 50 cats. Although I think there are a little bit more dogs than 30, and there are a little bit more cats than 50. And for me, going to the farm in a village, it would be so lovely, because right now I am like in a town, and I really don't like towns and cities. So it will be so good. Cannot wait. Okay, guys, the book of life, part number 3. I'm going to start with apostles and prophets, and then I'm going to read how to recognize Satan and the names of Satan. For the next stream, there will be the names of Satan and his organizations, and then the names of the ancient gods and the army of Satan. Names in digits, numbers, and signs, which is from that point on, I would say it's quite interesting. The next part is names in digits, numbers, and signs, part 2, the alphabet and language. Then we have the colors of Satan, the World Wide Web, mark of the beast, and we start with Pontius Pilate, Caesar, and Constantine. That is the third part. After the third part, there will be a part 4, 5, 6, and a second part 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have a lot of reading to do. I did write it. Well, actually, I have to do both. Never mind. Starting, apostles and prophets. They are the children from the father and the mother, the god of the goddess. They come from the house of light, and the names includes the angels like Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, Michael, Valentine, Francis, Constantine, Cornelius, Damon, and etc. Then the following names came, like Moshe, which is Moses, and I call Moses Moshe. It's the official name of his, and I like to keep it with official names, not the made-up names that the Illuminati changed. So Moshe, Isaiah, Elijah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Amos, Abdiah, Jonah, and even these names, they are not completely correct, because Jonah starts with a J and the J didn't exist. So Jonah should be with a Greek Y, probably. Micha, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Samuel, David, and Solomon, among others, and they are called watchers. The real apostles and prophets became famous after their death, never before. They are messengers of God, evangelists, from the Greek word eu, or is well, angelos, messenger, to spread the good message. Most of the time, they are not even believed. Unfortunately, these children, called the Benahem Elohim, they fell in the hands of Satan and they became stars. And that is why they are called the fallen ones. They are the real players of the game. Some of them played God and Goddess for a short time, but after this game, they will never be any god or goddess ever again. This was their game of fame. When the game is over, so shall be their fame. And this is also true for the Hollywood singers and actors in this game. They have sold their soul to the devil for money and fame in this life, never thinking about how it would affect the life after. The fallen angels, like Satan and his soldiers, went into the game and had children with the first woman. These children became giants, and they say, but the giants existed before the fallen angels even went to the earth. And the story about the real first giants you can read in Past Lives, which is one of the last chapters in this book. Don't start to read it now, read from the beginning. Just remember what I told you and what you are reading. Like I said, a lot of these children believed in Satan and his game before they did enter into the game. Almost all of the children got into the arts and entertainment industry, Hollywood, or in politics. They went from the children with capital to the children with the small letters, which you can read in the marble jar. Before the game started, Father and mother warned all the children in the House of Light that this game would be very difficult and you can't just come back from the game if you do not believe in the father and the mother. We told the game requires a lot from you, and what you have to do is not easy. Father and mother and their children are thus older than this game. And when the people talk about Yahushua is 2,000 years old, they are all very wrong. He did came more than 2,000 years ago, and he is older than the world, and he is the father of all the apostles and prophets. They would say that he is younger than Moshe. In fact, Jehoshua is Moshe his father, and Miriam is his mother. If you look at the many books, like the book of Jasher and the book of Enoch, and all the stories from Babylon and all the other beliefs, they have the stories that look like Adam and Eva, Abraham and Jesus in all of them. They have one beginning and they are all the same. The names changed, but the beginning is the same. And you will read this in this book. Unfortunately, the children did not listen, and now they will have to suffer the consequences. They, one by one, stepped into the room of Satan and stepped into the game. Abraham was the first to go, and he did came back because he gave 10% to Melchizedek. And Melchizedek is, I would say, the devil. Hold on, because I put something in between there. I'm going to do it again. They one by one stepped into the room of Satan and stepped into the game. Anyway. Okay, everyone entered the game with nothing. At some point, everybody got a part of the game, like you get money when you start the game of Monopoly. Everyone made some money and or land, but they had to lose it all in the end of their game. It is not possible to get land or own land in this game, so of the devil, so it's best to give it all away. Plus, it was never for Satan to give it away in the first place, because the real monopoly holders are the first ones who made everything, and these are Joshua and Miriam. You can call them the bank of all the universe. And no, I am not talking about the system of the banks in this world. All of this cost the House of Light space. But at the end, Abraham did not fall in his hands. Before Miriam stepped into the game, Moshe went into the game. Before Joshua went into the game, and after me, Moshe said that he would do it and that he would win. But nothing is further from the truth. Moshe was sadly in love with his mother, and he thought to do the same as Satan, but not into such an extreme. For Moshe, this was a reason that he not returned to the House of Light, but fell also in the hands of the devil. When they fell in the hands of Satan, that means that they are in this game right now. Most likely they forgot who they are because it's not their time to wake up. In another option is that they are somewhere in Hollywood, in the government or in the banking system, brainwashed and working for the devil. Moshe never did see God. In the fact that God, Joshua, would never show himself as a fire in a thorned bush, but this is the work from the devil called jinn, or the soldiers of Satan. He is an angel of light, and he can pretend that he is the good God because he looks just like him, and he can change shape as the God can. Satan is associated with fire, and the same as with the jinn. And this is what Moshe saw, and this is the best explanation. It was a trick of Satan. God, as I know him, Joshua, a man, he would never stand in the burning bush. He stands in the light, and he has nothing to do with fire. Satan has ensured that Moshe and David and Solomon killed people and offered animals, and they had more than one wife. The human is made in the image, like the god and the goddess, husband and wife, male and female. Their son, Satan, is the liar, raper, and the murderer. Isis is the name of an Egyptian god, the wife of Osiris, the god of the underworld, the abyss. Hades is the gateway to the underworld, and he has a lot of symbols like the pomegranate that has been used by Solomon in his temple as decoration. The pomegranates are like blood drops. The entire temple was of gold and gems. God, Jehoshua, he built our house of wood, and because he is a natural man and a carpenter and not a jeweler. David was the father of Solomon, and they both did not good in the eyes of God. They both married more than one woman. They built houses and temples with statues for God. They killed a lot of people in the name of God and offered a lot of animals in the name of God. They got rich in the temples. They built themselves big palaces, and they had golden crowns and jewelry, and they would eat meat and drink alcohol and let the people pay taxes, and they would hold on to time and make calendars, etc. If you do, if and when you do some research about these names, you will find out that a lot of it is wrong. The Acts 7:47. But Solomon built them a house, a temple, or church. Solomon is the one who said about God that at the dedication at the temple in the first King 8:5, and King Solomon and all the congregations of Israel that were assembled to him unto him were with him before the ark, sacrificing sheep and oxen that could not be told for the numbered for the multitude. Too many animals did they kill. And the priest brought in the ark of the government of the Lord unto his place, into the oracle of the house, to the most holy place, even under the wings of the cherubim. And it came to pass that when the priests came out of the holy place, that the cloud filled with the house of light, filled the house of the Lord, so that the priest could not stand to minister because of the cloud. For the glory of the Lord had filled the house of the Lord. And then Solomon spoke. Lord said that he would dwell in a thick darkness. I have surely built thee a house to dwell in, and a settled place for thee to abide in forever. The Lord said that he would dwell in a thick darkness, a cloud of darkness. Would Joshua, the light, stand in a dark cloud? No. Joshua said in Acts 7:48, how about the Most High dwelled not in temples made by man's hands, as said the prophet. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me, said the Lord? Or what is my place of rest? Had not my hands made all these things? These are the wishes of Satan, to live in the darkness, in a dark cloud. There are demons and dementors inside this dark cloud that show themselves to you in the forms of crows. The wishes of Satan is to sacrifice and eat meat, to shed blood, and to have a house. Solomon is Sauron from the movie The Lord of the Rings, the one with the almighty ring and the all-seeing eye, the black wizard. John the Apostle has tried for Satan to write a new Jerusalem. He has ignored his mother and tried to create a new Jerusalem for the kings and the queens and the powerful on earth in the game which work for Satan. A Jerusalem of pure gold and glass with many gems. As I have already told you in the story of the Temple of Solomon with the dark cloud, that Jehoshua never wanted any city. let alone a city of gold and of precious gems on earth or in heaven. For John to call now the New Jerusalem the bride is an abomination. Revelation 21:9. And there came unto me one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, full of the seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in a spirit to a great high mountain, and he showed me a great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out from the heaven of God, having the glory of God. And her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. And he had a high, and it had 12 gates, and at that 12 gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And then Revelation 21:24, the kings and queens of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. The kings and the queens, the presidents of this earth, who are with the Illuminati and work for Satan, why would there be a new Jerusalem for them? They are the destroyers of the world, and they would get a new chance? Never. Joshua will crush them like insects. They will be the most wanted on this world. They are the ones that made the people into slaves and made them sick in every way to make money over their backs, and then hell awaits them. Luke 10:38. Now it came to as they went that he entered into a certain village, and the village woman named Martha received them into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, but we all know that Mary is Miriam, which also sat at the feet of Jesus and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered out much serving, and it came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus, I would say Jehoshua, answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary has chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. The book says that Martha had to serve alone and that Miriam left her sister, and it really was that Miriam was serving God and not Martha. Miriam started serving Joshua, and Martha wanted Miriam to look bad in the eyes of Joshua. Martha was secretly in love with Joshua, and John secretly in love with Miriam. Miriam was always cleaning and serving, and when Miriam went the other way, she became a bad person in the eyes of John and Martha. Martha was the one on the devil's side and took John onto the wrong path. The Star of David, or the Seal of Solomon, the Star of Remphan, or Moloch, the 666. John and Martha had a relationship, and John and Joshua were friends. Joshua and Miriam were married, and Martha and Miriam were sisters. John and Martha didn't stay together, and that is what made them both jealous towards. John had, in the first century, as I have seen in Istanbul, or called Constantinople, at Topkapi Palace, a golden arm and a golden head relic deployed with gems. John was with the Knight Templars who fled to Switzerland. John became a Freemason. He has written that the church is the bride of Christ and the body of his wife and his church. People who now believe completely in the revelation from John make a big mistake, and they shall be punished for it. Naturally, a big part of the story is correct, but not all of it. Did John really write this? Did he write it with help from the Freemasons, or was it changed by the Rothschilds or Constantine? Could the punishment be his head? Luke 7:6. Then Jesus went with them, And when he was now not far from the house, the centurion sent his friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shalt enter under my roof. For John the Baptist came neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and ye said, He had a devil. He is, so to say, the least in the heavens. The four horses of the apocalypse, and the colors of the flags are the Arab countries, and they are red, green, black, and white, and they are like the colors of the horsemen of the apocalypse. The black horse is ISIS, and they have murdered a lot of people, and they want to claim a lot of land so that they can insert the Sharia law. Even if and when they don't get all the land with their bombs and actions, they will put martial law into place. Killers like ISIS are with the Egyptian god of the underworld, Isis and Osiris. Indeed, the now name ISIS is the Islamic State, Arab world, but it was created and produced by the CIA and the Mossad, which you can read in secret agencies. Exodus 28:17. And thou shalt shed in the setting of the stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be the sardus, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row there shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. And they shall be set in gold and in their closings, and their enclosings. And the stones shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12, according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one of his name shall be they. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the end of the redden of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 rings on the end of the breastplate. In gems, the gems from the breastplate are the same as in the New Jerusalem from John, the Revelation 21:19. And it talks about 12 tribes and therefore 12 gems. And you will read in Time is an Illusion and 12 apostles, 12 tribes of Israel, 12 constellations, and 12 stones of Jerusalem that there are stones missing. To come back to Moshe and the Exodus and how he gave Aaron the task as the high priest before God to sacrifice many animals and to smear blood on the right ear. He had a priest's robe made for him with a golden wire and decorations with pomegranates and breastplate with 12 gems. Smearing blood? Moshe, was this the first spirit cooking? For here also counts that Jehoshua never wanted any city, let alone a city of gold and of precious gems in heaven or on earth. Exodus 29:20. Then shalt thou kill the ram, and taken of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of his right ear of his son, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of their right feet, and sprinkle the blood of the altar round about. To explain to you about the blood on the right ear, Jehoshua God is on the right, and the blood represents death and lust, not life. To kill a ram, why? Exodus 29:21. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons, and with him. And he shall be hallowed, and his garments, and his son, and his son's garments with him. To give Aaron a garment with a breastplate from gold, and full of gems, and then to sprinkle oil and blood on it from a murdered animal for God? That must be God, the devil, because God, the real God, wouldn't want anyone to murder any animal. Musha and the burning bush and the blood and the gems, etc., is clearly also the prophet of Satan and not the one from Jehoshua. The people following these prophets sent by God are misled by Satan. The Jews are walking in black clothing, and this represents darkness. And this goes also for Orthodox churches. Black is darkness and not from the light of Joshua. That doesn't mean that the Vatican Pope in white is good. The blood from the red cross is on it. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Moshe put a veil before the eyes of the Jews, and they do not see the truth. They killed the truth. Joshua is, his blood is on their hands and those of their children's children. And this is what they said themselves by the prosecution by Pontius Pilate. Matthew 27:25. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be upon us and on our children. Then the blame came. They can blame themselves and their parents for the destruction and of the land of Israel and in the world. And I went to Israel in November, December, and January of 2014 and 15. And what I witnessed there was a torn apart country. In some places it even stinks because the garbage that the people throw away. The mountain of olives is not so pretty anymore. As a matter of fact, nothing is pretty anymore. Israel, in this case, is the whole world. It is not the time. It's not just the whole world, but all the darkness in this universe. And it will be white again. The old city of Jerusalem is only a selling place, and the streets are full of drunken people and drugs like cocaine. You hear cars and loud music in the streets everywhere. They are smoking and have a lot of makeup on, and they smell like perfume. The people are taking pictures with their phone and cameras. The people are eating and drinking and having fun in the city that they say and believe is from God. Why would they even do this when they believe it's the city from God? They should be ashamed. This Jerusalem that lies to you. They have Via della Rosa, station number 6, called Veronica. Veronica, Vera, true icon image. They say that she wiped the face of Jesus when he fell down and left his face mark in her handkerchief. This handkerchief you can find in Paris and 2 in Italy. And yeah, right. There is one handkerchief, but you can find it in Paris and 2 in Italy. So which one is real? You can see if you pay money, and did she really wipe his face for 3 times? At this station in Jerusalem, they make a wooden statue of this called Veronica and again make money. But who is she in the Bible? Nobody. She doesn't even exist. Still, people believe this as a true story. Veronica was made up in the 14th century, and they even put her in the movie The Passion of Christ. And this only proves that the people don't read the book, but they only listen to the priest and the pastor or whatever is standing in front of them in the house of the devil. There is only one Veronica, and that is the one of the matador. The slow swinging of the red cape that makes the bull go crazy. And who is the bull? Yeah, Satan is the bull. The Rome Emperor Tiberius made her into a saint. And again, lies of the Vatican. Abraham and his circumcision is described in the book at 1 Romans 2:17, and the Jews saw the law. Then we have a lot under Romans 4. Abraham's circumcision is the spiritual circumcision and not a physical circumcision. That is what the Jews, it is true that the Jews are circumcised physically, and to them the law is more extended than for someone who abides by the law and is not circumcised. The law, therefore, must do more. The Jews, therefore, must do more because they are circumcised. They believe in God that you must have, they, well, the belief in God that you must have is from before the circumcision of Abraham. He got his circumcision when he was 98 years old, and he got then his whole family circumcised, including women. Now, how is that possible? The circumcised is not physical. The Jews took his circumcision and made it into a Jewish, but Abraham never was a Jew. He came out of Ur, Mesopotamia, nowadays Iraq. Act 7:15. Had not my hand made all these things, you stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears? You do always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did. So do you. Now, if you look at the male circumcision as a way to get in heaven, then it is impossible for a woman to get into heaven. Humans have made the mistake that reading the book, they are made from the word man, male, and not human. Man is human, and it is male and female. Man is male. I'm talking about the men with en and the men with an. And it does not mean what I have to say something in between, because I saw this dude in America, and I think it was in Congress or whatever, they were praying and they said amen in women. Not because amen. It's the most stupidest thing that I have ever heard someone do. Anyway, amen comes even from the Greek amon ra, and not even like amen. That is something that was changed again. In Ethiopia, they had the book of Enoch, and it is very well that it could be that they started the circumcised woman for that very reason, so that also the woman can go to heaven. The game is made so that the man and woman can go to heaven. Only the wife of Jehoshua can go to heaven, because there can only be one winner and one married couple, and the married couple is one flesh. Jehoshua already won, and he will never leave his wife. They have tried so often to save people, but this has never succeeded. Men and women together, as in 50%, 50% will make 100%. Rather, not like David, Solomon, and Muhammad, who had multiple wives and even a child wife like Muhammad. It was Satan in the first place who wanted the woman to be less than a man. Some cultures put their woman behind the animals, making them less than men or human. And this was and never is. This is and was never so. This whole man and man culture will stop. Nor what Moshe said about what said and wrote about divorce. This is said because the people were hard in heart and difficult to be happy. Hard in heart. You understand what that means? They were difficult inside their heart, their beating heart. So they were not happy. They are not satisfied with what is given to them, and they always wanted more. People are so that they think that they know everything, or often think that they know better than any other. For the clarity, I read the name of Muhammad not by the prophets, because he was not inside the house of light, but he falls under the same heading as Aleister Crowley, Adolf Hitler, Albert Pike, and Anton LaVey. They are soldiers from Satan. They were born as a slave on this earth in this game. The last names, they are Satanists. Abraham and Sarah had a child named Isaac. Sarah first couldn't give Abraham a baby. She could not get pregnant, and she asked her slave Hagar to sleep with Abraham so that she could be a mother. Hagar was a slave from Sarah. I'm sorry. Hagar was the slave from Sarah, and she gave him a son named Ishmael. After the birth of Ishmael, Sarah got pregnant and she gave Abraham a son called Isaac. And I want to explain something why Hagar got a child and Sarah didn't get a child for a long time, and she wanted to have a child, but she didn't get a child from God. To give Hagar to Abraham before she got pregnant was kind of like an act of frustration, and she didn't have the patience to wait, or it was not meant for her to be a mother, but because she gave Hagar to him, to Abraham, and he made a child with Hagar, God had to give Sarah also a child. Because if Sarah did not have a child, or if Hagar did not have a child, then this game would have been finished years ago. And I mean years ago. From Isaac came Jehoshua, the God in the flesh, and from Ishmael came Mohammed, born in slavery. Another part of the flesh of the devil comes from Aran, the brother of Abraham, and naturally from Cain. Sarah is the wife from Abraham, and for this the son Isaac was seen as the real son before God. That makes Abraham the father of the flesh. Isaac and his children are the only right children that have still some good inside. Haran in Mesopotamia and Ishmael, Arata, the two countries that are now across from each other. Haran in Turkey and Ishmael in the Ukraine. And what is in between? The Black Sea. I'm going to show you because I went to Haran and I went to Ishmael. I have to do something, and I'm going to show you about I'm going to show you something that I saw in Ishmael. I wanted to go to Odessa. I was in Romania. I wanted to go to Odessa. I had the feeling I have to go to the Ukraine as well, because, like I said, you get this feeling from God, and He sends you to these places. But without me knowing, I had to pass Ishmael first. And because I passed Ishmael first, I saw a park on the map. And I saw that inside the park, in the center of this park, was a church. I'm going to show you on the cam. That was not the... Why? Hang on. I have to flip the camera. More. Settings. And I did change the camera. Why doesn't it work? Facing back. Yes, that's it. So, this is what I want to show you. This is a map of Ishmael, and I'm going to use this knife, which is the sword. You see here this green, which is a park, and here the center in the park is like it's like a cross upside down. And actually inside the center of this park is a church, and that church had that. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it is I have another. It looks like a Greek church, but it does have the pyramid, and even inside that is an eye and the sun around it. I thought that was quite interesting to see. Okay. Okay, let's go further. Hagar was a slave, and she could never be a free woman. and she knew this, and she rebelled against Sarah. Genesis 16:2. Muhammad never came from never Muhammad can never get to the house of light because he was born as a slave from a slave woman in this game and works for Satan. In Topkapi Palace, I also did see a lot of gold swords and clocks from Muhammad and his soldiers and from the Sultan. In this palace, you can also find the golden case from the black stone from the Muslims, the Kaaba. This makes it clearly visible that Muhammad is the prophet of the devil and not from God, Joshua. For the sword, I say, if you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. And isn't that exactly what ISIS is trying to do? The sword can be both in life and spirit. David and Solomon, John, Moshe, and the others were unaware Satanists. They have fallen with a lie in the hands of the devil. But Moshe did come from the house of light. Abraham and Sarah also came from the house of light. And I now myself can say that I did fell in the hands of Satan, but I am trying to fight him now. And I am fighting him now, not trying to fight him. I am fighting him now, and I will get away from him. I already am away from him, but for everybody, sometimes he still does come back in the most awkward way. But anyway, we will fight. We have the armor of the God, and we will overcome. I do come from the house of light, and Yahushua comes from the house of light, and Satan is still in the dark room of the house from light. And the Muslims will say, Abraham is the father of the Muslims, and therefore Muhammad can get inside the house of light. No, Muhammad was born unto this world from a slave, and was not from Abraham, his wife, but from a bondage woman. He is a bastard, and his children will be always as slaves because their mother is a slave. That means he is in God's eyes not a legal child. God did not accept him. I know that many Muslims who will read this will get very angry, but there must be someone who will tell them the truth. If and when they want to know the truth, and they will have to get over their anger and just keep reading, because I am doing this for their own good. Then for them the answers will come. And for the Christians, the Catholics, and the Orthodox, the Jews, and all the other beliefs, belief is a lie. There is a lie in the word, and it's not the truth. It is to be alive in a human, materialistic, but not in the spirit. The lies of all the temples made by man's hands. The paradise for the Muslims is hell. For the devil, this is paradise. So it isn't a complete lie. The truth is in the word, and you must read them properly. There are many women in hell, and the Muslims going to hell, their paradise, and they can have these women. But these women are Jezebels, and in names and digits, numbers and signs, I will learn about the letter J. What would then be Jezebel, her real name? The men have to share these women, and not only that, these men are being used in his paradise again as slaves, and probably also be tortured like sex slaves. For the reason most of the people know the book of the Bible, I didn't put in too many of other books. There are many other books that should come with the Bible, but if you want to study all of them in this lifetime, you will run out of time. You have books and the different beliefs, and with the Bible, you must connect the book of Enoch, the book of Joshua, known as the book of the upright one, or in Greek called the book of the just one, the book of Enoch, the book of Joshua. That is, the book of Joshua is the book of the just one. People must not forget that the truth is in their minds, and they don't need all the books to remember. This book will do. They will remember after reading this book. Don't forget that the Bible is a short composition of many books written by apostles and prophets in a long period of time. The mythology, the first stories are the same. That means that all the books have many similarities. They have only different names, different times, but the same beginning. But don't start to believe in one God. One belief as the new one world order wants you to think. After reading this book, you will know and you can call on the God or the God that you want. That means God with a capital or God with a small letter. God with a small letter is always Satan. Then you can see, feel, and hear the difference. And you can make the choice, and I hope you will make the good choice. How to recognize Satan? On the 4th of January 2014, I have seen the devil himself in the flesh, and I know what he looks like, a skinny old wrinkled man. When I see him, he was riding in a red scooter mobile and he had a beret on. He has clouded angry eyes, as if clouds float in them, and he laughs very mean. He does not really look at you. If he is in other people, he whistles a lot. When he comes, you can hear him. Now I see and hear him in more places. The black crow, cats and dogs he uses a lot, and he loves to let you know that he is nearby. Some people can hear a beep in their ear, and that means somewhere close there is a bad spirit. In animals, he often has black eyes, white pupils, and in the people with black eyes, they have become totally black. He often sticks out his tongue out of his mouth and he often licks his lips. He has gray hair along the sides of his head. On the top of his head, he is bald. And he goes from human to human and animal to animal. And so he can follow you as long as he wants. He can come in all ages, man, women, or child, or animal, like in the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. You can see him in the night. At the moment that you fall asleep, he comes visit in the spirit. He is then a big black shadow with red clouds of fire behind him. He has little button eyes and he growls like a wolf and he never comes alone. In the clouds behind him, there are little monsters who crawl over your body and pin you in your bed so you cannot move, which is called sleep paralysis. The little monsters look like Smeagol, his second person or demon Gollum from The Lord of the Ring. He also carries with him the gray demon alien with the big black eyes. Most of the time, they don't all come at once, but when you become a threat to them, they will all come together. With me, he also took the poltergeist with him. My bad luck became good luck because luckily when he visited me, I was beyond the point of fear and I sent him away. And I did this many times. I had to do this many times. Then I had an out-of-body experience and I saw, and when I saw them, okay, hold on. Uh, my dog, sorry. Then I had an out-of-body experience, and when I saw them from heaven crawling over my body and heard the poltergeist, I did got scared and I fell back in my body. And that's exactly what they wanted, because they don't want me to escape. And he is not so easy to steer away. He goes away and then he comes back with one eye open. Every time that you send him away, you hear him growling. And after a time, maybe even 3 or 4 times, he doesn't try again. The skinny, tall gray with the black eyes also come at a point where you feel you are falling asleep. He comes from afar and he looks you straight into his big eyes right in front of your face. And you can see your own face in the eyes of the demon, and they will look like a mirror. It looks like when in the summer you talk to someone who has sunglasses on, and that is why I don't like the shiny mirror sunglasses. You can dismiss all of them by using Jehoshua's name. People are not so conscious, and so they can do the work undisturbed. It is he who causes your nightmares, the gray. He feeds on your fear and negative energy when you have a nightmare. Okay, I'm going only to do the names of Satan, and then I'm going to finish, and I'm going to put a link and you can come in the show. And this is like a very small chapter. So the names of Satan, it has many names, or these are associated with Satan. When reading the names and you think that they aren't linked, wait until you find some of the explanation of the names in this book. And the names are God with a small letter, Satan, Cain, Chronos, Father Time, the Devil, Angel of Light, Morning Star, Lucifer, Lucas, Hades, Belair, Balaam, Bosor, Beelzebub, the god of Ikron, Snake, Dragon, Wolf, Mammon, Tyrant, Spider, Web, Beast, Monster, Iblis, Idol, Clown, Joker, Thing, Damien, Baphomet, Bel, Beltan, Baal, Moloch, Horridus, the thorny dragon, the thorny devil, the mountain devil, the thorny lizard, Azazel, Melchizedek, Adonai, Fregel, Nimrod, Gilgamesh, Tammuz, Pan, Cernunnos. Then we have another Chronos with a big capital, Zeus, Amun-Ra, Horus, Robin, Sol, Lion, Goat, Shark, Amalthea, Owl, the Eagle, Kraken or Scylla, Helios, Lizard, the Wendigo, the Boogeyman, the Basilic, which is the big snake from Harry Potter, remember? Santa Claus, Saul, Jinn, Xyptotek, the angel of the bottomless pit, the black sheep, Cosmos, Theos, Jesus, Isa, Lord, Deer, Artemis, Pharaoh, Apollo. His number is 666. Then we have Shiva, Vishnu, the cow, Samaran, Allah, Jehovah, Hunter, Cupid, the gospel, Bok, lift or elevator, the panther, the pink panther, and Lil Enki, George, Gregory, Kali, Nephilim, the hobgoblin, Mithras, Boaz, Yahim, Elf, Lord of the Flies, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, Kuzelkot, Juno, Angus, Saturn, Tiamat, Almithia, Almathea, Amun, the Minotaur, Erebus, Chaos, Dumuzid, the Shepherd, Salmoxis or Salmoxis. Other names used by Satan include energy drinks. And for example, Monster has the sign of the Hebrew on the can, the Vav Vav Vav, which is the 666. And here follow some names of energy drinks. Hell O, Crazy Wolf, Tiger, Fireball, V-Power, Shark, Rocks, Reload, Red Bull, Full Throttle. He even has a can that says Mother on it. NOS, Play, Superman, V, S, Knockout, Laser, Pitbull, Burn, Rockstar, Elixir, and there's probably even more. The energy drinks have a lot of poison and caffeine inside, and you can read this in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and chocolate. And this makes the people addicted, in many cases even sick. There is people who got an overdose of these drinks and they died of a heart attack. And that is the reason why you shouldn't drink stuff like that. Um, hang on. I finished the reading from my book, and probably I lost some couple of people. No, I didn't. Yay! Great. Did I copy to clipboard? I'm going to put the link inside the. Oh boy. You know what the problem is? I was trying to find myself on YouTube and I didn't, but now I do. Okay, hang on, because it's going to be like an echo. Okay, closed it. I'm going to put. You want to hear more, Kelly? Yeah, I know, but I've been talking for an hour now, and the next part is names of Satan and his organization, and this chapter is a big chapter, and I haven't like read it properly and prepared it, so I must do this the next time. So the next time you will get that one. Then we are going for names and ancients, God and the army of Satan, probably, and I will have time to do names and digits and numbers and signs, and maybe even the second part, but I don't think so. No, that part is pretty big. That one is pretty big because, yeah. So I am. Yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy my reading. I hope you understood it and understand it. Um, you can come into my stream. We can talk about my reading. You can tell me what you think about it, or things that you know about it. Or even if you don't, we can talk about something else. Um, about life, about the weather, if you want, and other things. Anyway, it was nice to read again from the book because that was such a long time ago, and yeah, it's important to keep up with this, to keep reading it, because when you stop, then not even I get out of the book. Other people are going also to forget about what was she reading about and everything. So yeah, here we have Ricardo. Why? Add to stream. Hi, Ricardo. Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I just joined in your stream, so
Yeah.
I didn't hear you read out your book. So I apologize for that. Um,
Oh, no, it's no problem. It's no problem. I just want to address, like Voice says, the Muslim inside me is very angry right now. Okay, he did listen, so he's, yeah. But how are you
okay,
and Kelly?
I'm good. I'm good. Um, you know, I I've started a new job recently. So it's been quite exciting for me to go through this change to being back in the grid, and
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
that's gotta be
It's
difficult.
it's interesting. Um, it is emotionally. It's very difficult because knowing that you have to go through this mainstream stuff that everyone doesn't question. They just sort of comply with whatever they're told, and they don't see like wearing a mask is it doesn't matter. It's not going to make you healthy. It's not going to keep you so-called safe from this pandemic, or from what they call it as a pandemic. So it's yeah, it's emotionally I have to prepare myself before I go to work because I know I'm going to see all this bullshit basically. So yeah, it's something that I know how to deal with now. It in some way.
Ah, that's good. If you
So,
can,
but I'm
if
glad
you
you're
know now how to deal with it. Yeah. So I want to
yeah,
welcome
it's
Christopher,
hard.
and Doc
Trust me.
Michael is here and Kelly is here. Yeah, it's hard, Ricardo, but I know you will manage. You manage with this. So I think it will be good. I hope it will stay good for you.
Yeah.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi Miriam. Hi
Well,
Ricardo. Hi, everybody in chat. I
Kelly,
cannot
yeah.
chat now because I'm live.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. It can be better because I have a lots
I
of
also want
pain
to
of
say
my
hello to Doc Michael
fibromyalgia.
because
Okay, you say hello to Doc Michael. Doc Michael probably says hello to you too. What did you want to say, Kelly?
I forgot.
Uh-huh. No, you had some here. I think Ricardo asked you how you were doing, and you were answering how you were doing. You had some, I don't know, issues or something. I
Yeah, with
didn't
the
exactly.
fibro. So in winter
Yeah,
it's so much worse than in the summer. But I'm
yeah.
okay.
You are
I'm okay.
you're in pain, and I think about you, and I think about Ricardo as well, and that everything will work out. And I hope that your pain is going to be gone pretty soon. Well, completely gone, maybe not, but no, spring is going to come. Temperatures at the end of the week is going to go up here as well. So even if the
Yeah, here
freezing
too.
weather would be finished, it would be good for you because the freezing
Yeah,
pain
no.
is painful, and it was even painful for my ankle because yeah, I'm starting to walk properly right now. I cannot run just yet, but I can walk properly, so I can walk my dogs, and I am happy with that. And my dogs are happy with that because I haven't walked with my dogs for about a solid of 2 weeks. So they
Yeah,
really
no.
missed walking with me.
How
So,
is your foot
but
doing now? Is it still that swollen?
no, the swelling is gone. It's still a little bit of blue, but it's
Mm-hmm.
funny because on the left side of my leg, like halfway up my leg, or the down part from down the knee, it also was blue there. So I had a lot of blue. My foot, my whole foot, the ankle on both sides, and anyway, the blue is getting a little bit gone because there was this guy, and the name here is Gaves gel, which is the name comfrey. It's a plant, and it's a very good plant. Like you have also uh, the needle plant, Chacnida, the nettle.
Yes.
So they make you can use that for a lot of things, and they made that into like a gel, and I'm putting that on for about 2 3 times a day. Sometimes I forget, so I put it 1 time a day at least, and that appears to be working very good. So I'm happy
Oh,
with that.
that's great.
Yeah,
It's healing very properly.
yeah. I unfortunately I cannot still I cannot run, so I do have to
Yeah,
be careful.
yeah,
I
of
have to be
course.
careful because I have two
It's
big dogs,
only,
and they sometimes they pull quite a lot.
yeah,
well, one thing I have to tell you, Miriam, and I know we've spoken about this through Facebook, is just I've broken my leg before in the past, and I, as my ego says, I want to do the same things I was doing before, but it took me 6 months before I was actually healthy again, before I was actually able to walk again properly.
Hmm.
So, one thing I always say is just make sure you're absolutely healthy, because you know what? If you're not, you're gonna re-injure yourself. In the
Yeah,
same.
I know about that. But the thing is that I am like now in this house, which I know some people of you know, with the many cats and many dogs. And the end of the week, the weather is going to be good, and I think I really want to get out of here, of this town, and go to the village, and slowly start with the working. So I guess I am going to do that at the end of the week. Sunday, I want to go there and then like settle in, and then probably not Monday, because I want to settle in and spend some time with my dog, so that they will be knowing that they are in a good place and comfortable. Because the little one, when he gets into new places, he can get like a little bit aggressive because it's new for him. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So I have a week to like recover good, and then the cows are still in the stable for the milking. They are not outside yet. They like half of March, when the weather is going to be like nice and beautiful, they are going outside. So I will be like a couple of weeks inside the bar, um, and maybe cleaning some cow shit and feeding them, and do some titty cleanings before the milking. And then the half of March, when I've been already there for about 2 to 3 weeks, I will probably have to walk the cows into the field, and then there is a little bit more walking. But these people, they're very nice. They're very kind and friendly. They already know me. I was there on the farm one time to meet them. They know the problem I had with my foot, because when I was there, I had my foot still in the cast. So they know that I cannot like force it, and I have to learn the work there anyway, so I can slowly start up there, and then yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
everything will be good.
Yeah, I'm praying for you, Miriam, every day.
Yeah, I know, Kelly. I know.
Yeah, but you
And I
will be
pray for
okay,
all the.
I'm sure. You will be okay, I'm sure of it, because Yahushua is watching over you. So,
Yes, he's always here. He's always here. So, any other news, guys? What's happening now? Because I already said in Romania, everything is like closed. Macedonia is slowly opening up. In Belgium, slowly things are opening up, I believe. But still, you have even the news readers in Belgium wearing this freaking mask. I don't
yeah.
know about the Netherlands. The schools are slowly starting to open up as well. I haven't seen that much news today, although I did hear, was it yesterday or today? I think it was like yesterday at the end of the day. There was again in Japan, Fukushima, an earthquake, a 7.2, and they said that nothing happened and that everything is okay. That there is only some people that are like injured and some buildings that fell down, but they still have that nuclear reactor that is still uh, dripping water into the ocean, and a lot of people don't know that. So I think they will have some problems there, but they are not talking about it. And a 7.2 is a significant earthquake,
Yeah, it's a
and
big one.
yeah, so probably it's there are going to be some earthquakes uh, afterwards, aftershocks. There wasn't a tsunami warning, but yeah, uh, I don't know. I was like, wow, that is 7.2. That's
And
pretty
nothing,
big,
and
yeah.
nothing happened because Japan is, it's like an island. It's small, and when an earthquake happens there, The big ones, I don't understand that nothing happened. Just a couple of people injured.
Yeah,
Maybe they're holding truth back.
Kelly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kelly, that's a great point to make because Japan is an island, right? We all know that, and
Yeah, and it's small and long.
there, right? Yes. So my thing is, and you can disagree with me if you want, but my thing is, I try not to watch the news because I don't want them to program my mind into believing like something. What is it called? A pandemic or whatever you want to call it. Something that is crazy that's just injuring so many people. But um, I think the news is dangerous because it keeps people in
No,
fear.
yeah, no. The news is dangerous, yes, for people who are not awake. But for awake people, it can also be like an eye opening because you kind of like also need to know
Right.
a little bit what they are doing and what they are planning. Because for me, as I am still living like half outside, you need to know what are their next moves and how far along are things going. So it's you can watch news, but you have to be aware that they are lying to you, and we are aware that they are lying to us. So I think sometimes it's good to get some information also, even if it's from the opposite side, because the opposite side
Hmm.
is your
Right.
enemy, and it's a good thing to know exactly what your enemy is planning to you to do.
Right.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that. I
Yeah,
totally
that's true.
understand that, and yeah, I've heard so many other people, truther friends that I have, say the exact same thing that you just described, Miriam. So yeah, of course I
Yeah.
understand. I just for me it's like I can get emotional with it. Um it can make me angry. So I try to stay away from it, but I understand what you're saying though. I totally understand that. And I appreciate that. And so there's times um when I speak to somebody that tells me that they watch the news or something, and I'm like, and then we have a discussion about it. So it's kind of cool. It's cool to speak to like-minded people that understand what's going on in the world, and as like you described, to understand your opposition. Uh, so it is important. It is important. I agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, but not with everything. And the thing is that because we are awoke, we know exactly how or what. It's like Chrissy Shikul says, you gets the vibe. You know when things are real or not real, or when it is like man-made. But even if it is man-made, it's kind of like for me important to know what they are creating, because they are creating a lot of trash with chemtrails. Although I don't see any outside because there's blue sky. It's pretty quiet here with that. And before that, we couldn't see it because it was snowing. So I cannot say anything about that right now. But a lot of the events are man-made. Look, this whole pandemic, what the pandemic is made by them as well. But still, we have to, in a way, be
Right.
sometimes one step ahead of them, or to know what we think they might be doing, so that we can make like a bug out plan or a backup plan, where to go and what to do and stuff like that. At least
Yeah, of course.
that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
Kelly,
watching.
you
TV.
wanted to say something?
What? I didn't hear.
I'm sorry,
Say it
Kelly. It
again.
sounded like you wanted to say something.
No, I was just watching outside to see if there are chemtrails here, but it's
Hmm,
gray, so I cannot see them.
no, I want to say, Christopher, yeah, Ricardo, you're right. Don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch TV either. I don't have even have a TV, but the news still is like on like like even YouTube and other sites. Yeah, look sometimes here, look sometimes here. But
I
TV, I don't
I
know.
still
What is that? What is that?
I still watch it,
Yeah.
but you know it, Miriam, because I'm watching the movie
Hmm.
to see
They tell a lot
what
of
kind of
truth
truth.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, and that's why I watch movies to
Kelly,
see the
yeah,
truth,
I
because there's
like
more
to.
truth in movies and series than in the news. But you need
You know
to,
what,
yeah,
Kelly, I want to
you
say
need to
something
look it
about
up.
that.
Okay, go ahead,
Well,
Ricardo.
Kelly, I want to say something about that because when I watch a movie, either it's a comedy to me because I can see the truth that I can see the truth through the lies, so to speak, and and I look at them a little different now as I used to when I was a child or when I was not awake, so to speak, and uh I mean, I watch some movies that I'm like, wow, look at this. This is like I need to post this on my YouTube channel because there's so much truth in a lot of these movies and people can't
Yeah,
see
there
it,
is.
you know. So I agree with you, Kelly. It's amazing when I watch a movie. It's like, oh my god! I mean, I am amazed at how. I guess the best way I can put it is how they um put these little Easter eggs, so to speak, for people
Yeah,
to see or not see. And yeah, so it's amazing. I mean, I watch movies so differently now, and a lot of
yeah,
times
to
I'm
think.
laughing because that's all I can do is just laugh sometimes because
Laugh
it's
at the
like I can't get
stupidity of
angry
the
every
movie.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, laugh at the
Right? Yeah.
stupidity. But on the other hand, they still tell a lot of the truth, and even what they are planning, everything is like out in the open. And once you are starting to be awake, then yeah, of course,
Oh
everybody,
yeah.
if everybody that watches a movie when they are awake, they see a whole lot of different things that you would never see. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's crazy, but the
But
best thing to watch, maybe it's funny also, but that's The Simpsons. Because in The Simpsons, they're predicting far ahead before it happens. And most of the time, it happens like The Simpsons show. So, what the fuck? People need to wake up and look at The
Yeah.
Simpsons. But yeah, there's so many
no, that is
things that
something that I
happen.
don't want to see anymore. But yeah, no. I don't watch nothing anymore. Do you like a traveler? I don't have a TV in my trailer, and I don't have a plug-in or whatever. I only have like internet right now, and I must say, in Serbia, the internet is like freaking expensive. I would rather be for that in Romania because it's very cheap, and
Hmm.
the woman here does not have a router, so I have to. Get a SIM card, and on YouTube it goes pretty fast. So it's
Yeah,
I'm for that I'm not very happy. So I don't know how it's going to be on the farm. The only way to get like a router is to get like a 2-year contract, which I am definitely not going to do. So I guess I'm going to spend quite some money, unfortunately, on internet to do live streams or even to listen to any of the live streams or to listen to something that I want to see on YouTube. Okay, I will be like out and doing stuff with the cows and the chickens and my dogs anyway, a lot of the time. But still, in my free time, I would like to do some things like on yeah,
reading your
on
book.
YouTube and internet. So, huh? Reading my book, exactly, which is
Yeah.
very important. It is
Yes, of
very
course.
important. So, yep. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm Monday and Tuesday. A lot of the things are closed here. I'm not quite exactly sure how or what. Uh, So I'm going to try Monday or Tuesday, and otherwise Wednesday to get like a proper SIM card or the cheapest one. I have one friend here that knows a little bit about these things. Maybe he can figure out what the best thing is for me, or maybe he has someone who has a router or something like that. Maybe the farm has a router, but I'm going to be staying in a house separately. Oh, Osias, Nick, give me my sock. Los, 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 los.
Let it go.
No, not. Ah, okay. Oobla. They're all wet. Thank you, Osias. Playing with my socks, eh? Yes. No, 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 no. I cannot put them anywhere now because he can reach everywhere. He is big. Hmm. No problem. I put them there. Great.
In 2 months, he is 1 year old. Miriam,
Yeah.
it goes fast. Hi,
Say
Sayas.
hi. Say hi.
Look at his head, how big he is.
Yeah. He's standing like that at the sofa, stretching.
I think he will get bigger than the other one.
I don't know. I think he is about
Look.
maybe he will be like a little bit. I think they are like the same in size. Argos right now, because it's winter, he will be like I think 35
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah,
How
they're
old is
absolutely
how
beautiful
old is
dogs.
Arcos?
What did you say, Kelly? How old? Who?
Osai Argos is
Argos. He was in December 5, so he is a
nice.
little over 5 years old now. Yeah, Ricardo, they are beautiful. I know, and I love them very much. They're very sweet. They're good dogs. But this
Is he
little
still?
one, because he's still young, huh?
No, I wanted to ask, is he still so aggressive or is it better now, Osias?
No, no, no. Well, he is like it's not like aggressive. He is
No, no, but with
in
food or when he's tired, you know,
no with
the
food he
dominant.
is better. With tired, sometimes he is a little bit like crump.
Well,
It's more or less like
dogs
crumpy.
are
He gets like
dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would just
And who is the dominant one right now, Miriam?
oh Argos still is.
Still is? Yeah.
Argos still is because he is the older one and he is yeah he's still a puppy. No, the thing with Osias is that when he's hungry he is very territorial with his food, and
Hmm.
he is perfectly, but the first week or first couple of days in any new place he is more cranky because yeah he needs to get used to the place, and that's why if I go to the farm at least for 1 maybe even 2 days I'm going to have to be with him and show him that everything is okay, and keep them and show him everything, and then I
Yeah,
can
it's not.
do some work there because otherwise it's going to be difficult with him. No,
Yeah,
he's a
no,
great.
because
They're both great dogs.
yeah, it's normal with animals. With my cats also, when I move, I need to be 1 or 2 days busy with them to make them comfort at the new place because they're like not panicking but stressed from the move also.
Yeah. From the move, yes, it's like
well, I
yeah.
mean, it's not just animals.
No, some people can have problems with that
Well, I
as
was just gonna
well. I
say
am, thank
it's
God, not
natural
one
for
of them, but
like
there is a delay. That's why, Ricardo.
well, like if you know, like I've moved Okay. Well, I mean, I've said, like I wanted to say is I've moved in different places, and every time when I've moved, it's it's stressful to move to a new place because you want to understand your surroundings, right? It's not just animals, it's humans. So it's stressful to move around and
Mm,
find a new place, and you want to
not
know, you want to
exactly.
understand. Well, that's my personal experience. Every
Yeah,
time I've
okay, for
moved.
some people and some animals it is like that, but officially people and humans for many, many, many years ago, they were not in one place, but they were traveling people and they were used to it.
Yes.
And because they were used to it, they could do it. And also with the animals, although, I think it's also his age. That he is still pretty young, but he has a total different character as my other dog. So he is a little bit more he's more like a mommy's doggy, but also I raised him from when he was a baby, so that might be part of it as well. But I would say a lot of people now are not used to traveling anymore, and like uh, period traveling like the gypsies and the nomads did, because many years ago people were more and more nomadic than they are right now. And I
Yeah, my
think,
grandparents were. They
yeah,
were also traveling with how do you call it? A caravan.
well, caravan, yeah, trailer,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
with the trailer.
But the whole lifestyle is they killed the whole lifestyle, and they said people it's better to stay in one place. But originally people were not staying in one place. But I do understand some people like to stay inside the house and have more like homesick. For instance, my sister is more homesick than I am. I have never been homesick. And when people ask me now, do you miss the Netherlands or do you miss this or that? I don't miss it. I don't
Yeah, I
miss it.
like to
Sometimes I
travel
miss
also.
something. I miss something, or I see something that reminds me of something, or someone is sending me a picture from my hometown or whatever, where I grew up. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's so cool. That's so nice. But it's more like nostalgia. It's not like, oh, I want to be there. I want to be there. It's no, I'm a traveler and I like to be a traveler. And most people, actually all people, are travelers still, because they are traveling in their spirit. The dreams that they have are travels as well, although they don't travel in the material world anymore. They are still traveling in the spiritual world. Stroopwafels and
Well,
drop, yeah, but I am getting drop from Voy. Yes, ik
and
krijg
chocolate from
dropjes
me.
and chocolate from Kelly. So no, I am I'm still okay as long as no. Yeah, really, I'm very happy to get some licorice. Yes. But stroopwafels, sometimes you can buy and find them here as well. And I found speculaasjes also
Mm.
here. I found speculaasjes in Croatia, and I think, yeah, sometimes you can find something like that. But licorice drop, you cannot find anywhere here. So that is something that I do miss. But in a couple of days, weeks, I will get another package from my sweet friend Voy, and he's going to send me licorice. So I'm happy with that.
Yum yum.
Nice. Yeah, Chrissy, just saying this to someone, being a gypsy would be actually a very cool lifestyle. Yes,
Oh, I
absolutely.
wish I
It's a
had the
very
money.
cool lifestyle. Hi?
Oh, Miriam, I wish I had the money to buy a big trailer, or like in America. You can buy those tiny houses, they build them for you, but you can travel with them, you know? That would be
Yeah,
awesome. Just to travel
that would.
to through Europe, or maybe travel, yeah, to everywhere. But now
Well,
we cannot do it anymore because of the stupid COVID.
no, but we'll see. Because I already said Macedonia is going to open up its borders yesterday. Since yesterday, all the borders are open in Macedonia. So there might be like a small percentage. And I heard like today or yesterday, the year of the ox started in the Chinese, and the ox is the castrated bull. So the bull is the devil again. So there might be something positive coming out of this year. We'll just see. I hope it's not going to be as bad as it was last year. But on the other hand, we don't know. It might be worse than last year. But yeah,
Yeah, we will see.
Hmm.
exactly.
Well,
But
I
yeah, I
think
have
for me, I
something to
just
look
take it.
forward to.
Well,
What did
good.
you
Well,
say, Ricardo?
Miriam, well, I just want to say you're in a different journey than I am. So, and all of us, because you're
Yep.
traveling, uh, and like I'm here in my house, and I'm warm, and I can go to my bed whenever I want to and sleep and so forth. I don't have the worries that you have. So it's, I totally understand what, the journey that you're going through, or not even, it's not even a journey, it's your life, right? So I understand what you're going through and I appreciate it. So it's something different that most people can't do. So you are
Yeah,
very unique. So yeah, I understand.
I don't know. Yeah, there are some more people, and I look sometimes some people also like on internet. You know, Kelly was talking about buying like a trailer, and they would make like a tiny house. Well, if I would have money, I would. Well, first of all, I'm going to try. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. To get my driver license back from the Netherlands with some papers and some forms and blah blah blah. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But like if I would have money and if I would get my driver's license back, the thing that I maybe would do is to buy like a small van, and I will put, of course, my bicycle on the back of the van, and I would make like a tiny house of the van. I don't even have to like if it has a bed or like if it's cold and rainy to be like inside, that will be good because I still have my tent, and I think I would rather stay inside my tent than to be like in the van. But I would make a little van into like a small mobile home because to make like a trailer and then you have to have a car separate. You have like a small van and I'm alone with my two dogs. I have seen people with a small van and even with two people and even with two dogs inside. That will be cool. But on the other hand, you have to be like registered with a car and everything, and it's going to cost a lot of money. So I probably am going to
Oh,
stay
Miriam,
put now for a little while. But even if I would have to, I
you
would
know what you need
stick
to
with a
do?
bicycle. What?
You know what you can do when you
What?
make a little trailer? Don't buy a car, just buy a horse. And
No,
like the real
I already.
travelers, you can go.
Yeah, no, the thing with the horse is I would love to do that, or even a donkey. But the problem is right now that most of the roads and most of the countries they don't allow horses on the road anymore, and then traveling is
No
going to be
way.
very difficult. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. That sucks
yeah.
because with a horse, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
not that fast than with a car, but yeah, you can enjoy everything. You can see everything because when with a car, you're driving like 70, allez, 70 kilometer per uur, under 20
Mm-hmm.
kilometer per uur. So everything passes too fast.
Yeah, that is so, but yeah, no, we don't know what's gonna happen, and whatever. I am still going to try maybe because to get this license back. It was finished like 3 years ago, so I would have to apply for like what is it called, like something to prove that you have driver's license, and then you get your
Hmm.
driver's license number and stuff like that. Then you have to do another application and send it. I have to send it everything to the Netherlands, and my sister has to, like, if they are going to send it, it will be given to my sister, and she will have to send it up to me.
Hmm.
So I will see. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. But I do know that I had visions before that I had like a wagon, not a trailer, yeah, a wagon, like this Romanian wagon where they put on the grass and stuff like that, and a horse. And with the horse and the wagon, I traveled to the Netherlands. But once I was there, actually, there were no people anymore. People were all gone, houses were all broken, and I was kind of like alone. And there were very little people left. And when in the Netherlands, the only person that I saw was my brother. And so, yeah, we'll see if that vision is like a vision that will become like a reality, or that because there is different parables and different things that can happen and will happen. So we'll see how things are going.
And when did you get that vision, Miriam? I'm sorry, Miriam.
That vision was like 7 or 8 years ago. It was a vision I had before I left, and I didn't understand what I was dreaming. I was like, what? Because it was so real, like I was there at that moment. And
Hmm.
it only occurred to me like a couple of years ago that I was like, yeah, but you remember that dream, and it would seem something that is very yeah, like a vision, something that could be like become a reality.
Yeah, yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
And what do you think the next event will be? Like the event last year, now it's 2 years because it started at 2019. It's a pandemic, but now the next one to keep
The
the
next
people in
one,
order. Yeah.
the
What do you
next,
think
the next,
about?
the next one is going to be the total collapse of the economical system, and banks, they collapse, and they are trying to put in a new money system.
Yeah, I was
That's the
thinking the
that's
same.
the next step.
And the next one, in my opinion, they will say aliens have visited the Earth.
Yeah, well, it could be, but they are already saying that as
Well,
well, and they are
I
already
want to.
saying everything with
Yeah,
the
I know.
economic accept. Huh?
Well, I I think
What do you say, Ricardo?
they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, that's exactly true. They have been saying that for years, and even American, they made like this space force right now,
Well, I mean,
so they wouldn't
well,
be
I'm
doing
trying to
that
say
if there wasn't
that
a reason
people have been
for it.
talking about aliens for like these. So they, for
You're cutting out, Ricardo.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
yeah, it's never gonna end. So right now for me is okay. Hold on. Okay, is that better or no? Or my mic? I don't know if that's the problem. I can take it
Uh-huh.
out.
Sue Finelli is here.
Hi, Sue. Good morning, my dear.
Okay.
And everybody else in chat because I cannot chat. Many blessings. Love you all. Big hugs. Somebody is calling
Yeah,
on
no,
Skype.
it's not my phone. It's the telephone from my host
Not mine.
here.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was somebody on Skype. It's the same tone. So funny.
Well,
No,
I want
Rick
to
Swain
say
is not
hello
a
to
troll.
Chrissy Chico. Glad to see you in there.
Yeah. Well, I must say there are quite some people in the chat right now, and I'm happy to see that. I'm happy you all made it here, and yeah, it's kind of cool because, especially because I didn't do a live stream for a long time, and I'm going to send the link. So if more people want to come, it's fine. And in a little bit, then we are going to eat something because the pot pan already is here, and it smells like garlicky right now. So my stomach is, my mouth is producing saliva because it's asking, "Give me garlic." It smells good. Exactly. I'm like my drool. My dog, he sometimes drools as well. It's just the drool doesn't get out of my mouth just yet. No, I'm joking. That is a little bit disgusting, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It's funny. We don't see it, Miriam, so you can drool as much as you want.
Don't garlic my cling. Hey, but how is your lasagna? Did you put garlic in the lasagna? I would always put garlic in the lasagna. Oh, dude, if I am going to the farm in the kitchen, I swear, I hope there is an oven that I can cook something. It's definitely once a week, I'm going to bake me some cookies or an apple pie or any other pie, and I'm gonna make myself some lasagna and some pizza and some um, roasted chicken with potatoes and carrots and wow, I don't know if there is, but now, oh my goodness, I have more. I'm more hungry than I was before.
I hope for you there will be an oven.
Yeah, I like ovens. I like the oven.
Well, you can cook many food in the oven, eh?
Oh yeah, a lot
And
of
cake.
food, too many.
You can
And
bake
cake.
some cakes also.
Yeah, but cake I'm not so fond of. Apple pie. I make the best apple pie in the world. Absolutely, because in December, January, December, the last pie I made from the home, the host that passed away.
Yes.
So yeah, and he was like really in love with the apple pie that I made. Uh, yeah. I'm glad that he still that he had apple pie.
Yeah,
Miriam
of course.
fatten up on the farm. I already fatten up. No. No, your mom makes the best apple pie? No, definitely not. You come here, I will show you. I will make you some good apple pie. But I think all mothers can make good apple pie. Everybody makes the apple pie a little bit differently. So my grandmother would make apple pie and my mother would make apple pie. I make apple pie, and we all of us almost use the same recipe, but the pie from each of us is has a totally different flavor on
Taste.
it,
Yeah.
and even the substance is a little bit different. It's very strange, but yeah. Although ho- homemade pie is the best. Yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miriam. I was answering Sufanelli in Messenger. So sorry. But I also hope that everybody in chat, that everybody is doing well. And I'm still thinking of you all. And I love you.
Yeah, me too. For that, I want to still say that my thoughts are like right now with Patrick and his house that burned down because I really feel crappy about that because it's like freaking winter there still. It's
Oh
cold
no.
and lost all of his clothing and his stuff. So I'm praying for him and I really hope that everything will be okay for him
I'm,
in that he will have like a place where he can have a shelter.
yeah, I'm praying
So
for him too. I didn't know that.
yeah, you didn't know that? Oh,
No.
yeah, what? A couple of days ago.
Yeah, but
Not a long time ago, 3 4 days ago, someone like that.
I told you, Miriam, I wasn't that much on the internet the last couple of weeks.
Well, which is a good thing, which is a good thing. But then on the other
Yeah, I
hand,
know.
yeah, you miss sometimes you miss some things. But yeah,
Yeah, like Photo Helix, he also passed away. So prayers to him also
yep,
and his family.
yeah, exactly. Photo Helix also. I watch Rachel Reinstra sometimes, and she was a good friend of John Photo Helix, and
Yeah.
yeah, I followed a little bit when he passed away. They went to his funeral, and yeah. So, but he is hopefully in a better place than he was because he was in a lot of pain, and so
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
for him it's good that he went because stretching life, and I don't think he was stretching life like that matter, but some people do, and
Hmm.
I think that is torture. For me, that is torture because I was a nurse, and I know that some doctors like to prolong the lives of even the dying old people and give them, pumping them up with medication. So, oh, we must keep the heart going. We must keep the heart going. But the soul is like already left the body, and the brain is not working, the body is not working. But we need to keep the heart pumping. For me, that refers this is the same as torturing someone. Sometimes it's good to just let people go when they are very tired, very sick, and if you know that there is no recovery in them anymore, why making them suffer and prolonging their life and having their miserable body be stuck inside a bed and getting like this decubitus wounds of laying in the bed, which really sucks. And I have seen many of these cases, and I think if doctors use medication and medicine in that way, no, I have no good words for that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I
Absolutely
know.
not.
I hope I never get sick like cancer or other diseases, but yeah, I don't know. I think I will not go to the doctor. I will just live my life, and when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Ali klaar mee ben. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
you
all
just
those
have to accept it.
medication,
Oh, I have the
yeah,
yeah.
all those
Well,
medication, the day in
one,
the hospitals and all that stuff, it's all money making business in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. What do you
Because
want
yeah,
to
like
I,
say,
like
Ricardo?
sorry, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
no, I just wanted to say also like people with cancer who got healthy again, it's like 70 or 75% of those people after 5 to 10 years, the cancer comes back more even aggressive and they die very soon. You know what I mean? So what the hell? If I
Mm-hmm.
have cancer, I will not go to the hospital. I will just pray to Yeshua to help me and to take care of me. And when it's my time, it's my time to go. I know other people think otherwise, but that's my opinion for my life. You know?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. Now, Ricardo, what do you want to say?
Um, Hold on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting a message from somebody that I just made friends with on Facebook. Anyway, no. What I wanted to say was, I see my doctor as here and there, okay, and it's usually a female. It doesn't matter if it's a female or a male, but they suggest so many different prescriptions for me, and I just
Mm,
can't believe how they just want to feed me all these foreign substances into my body. And I just like, you know, it's free. For me, it's free, right? Because I'm not going to go to the whole thing, but I don't have my insurance is free. I can take whatever pills I want that they give me, which I don't. Okay, but one thing, I remember like one time, the first time I met with my doctor, and she suggested the flu shot, and I looked at her, and I'm like, I mean, I didn't. I was being kind, but I was like, no way. I'm not taking any vaccines. Period. And I think that it's a great point to make, Kelly, because you can it's your time to go, or whatever it is, whatever happens to you, it's still your choice whether you want to take that pill or not, or go through
Exactly. And so,
whatever.
should it be with the vaccination as well.
Right. Yeah, I know.
But
and
anyway,
and
my sweet, uh-huh. What do you want to say? Just finish because I am really starting to get hungry now, and my host is probably hungry too. So I want to finish this up, and I want to give you because you wanted to say something else, Ricardo, to finish what you were saying, and I am probably going to have something to eat.
the only thing I have to say to finish is thank you for having me on your live stream, and um, everyone in the chat. Hello to everyone. Kelly, it was nice to speak to you again. Um, and enjoy your food and all that. So that's the only thing I have to say now. So
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for being here, Ricardo. Thank you for being here awkwardly awesome. And thank you for your subscription, Doc Michael, Chrissy Cool, Bit of Venom, Sue, Voynich, my friend, Kelly, my sweetie, Chrissy Cool, and we have Paul, and we have Stan, and I maybe have forgotten some other people. Christopher is here, was here. Um, so love you all, and hopefully soon, Doc Michael. I don't know if I mentioned you, but nice to have all of you here. Hopefully next Sunday. I'm not sure if I can do a live stream or what is going to happen, if I will be on the farm and if I will have time for it, but I'm surely going to do a live stream when I am on the farm, and I will probably walk you around the farm and show you how it looks. And yeah, that's going to be, yeah, I'm closing. Sorry, Chrissy, because this pot of potatoes with garlic and vegetables is standing there and it's smelling so good. And it's standing there and it's getting a little bit cold. My stomach needs to have some food. And like I said before, the internet is not very cheap here on my SIM card. And I want to keep a little bit left to, because next week I'm going to see what my best options are and which is the best to do so. And yeah, want to thank you
no,
guys. See you soon.
well, wait, hold
Bye
on,
bye,
Miriam.
Miriam.
Can I just want to give a quick shout out to two people besides you and Kelly. Doc Michael, hey brother, great to see you, man. I love his support, and everything that and all these live streams that I go into. He supports my moderation. And Chrissy Chicol, awesome, great person. So I'm not saying they're better than everyone else, but I just see them a little bit different than other people. So I just wanted to
You
shout
can
out to them.
say they're special for you. So
Yeah,
yeah, I have the same with Voynich, my friend, with Kelly, with you, and with everybody. Miss Ellie, by the way, I didn't see Ellie Berry, but she's on my mind. Sue and Chrissy and everybody in chat. But
Yeah, she was
enough
here.
with the sucking up. I love all of you guys. I'm going to
Me
eat
too.
now. I wish you all the best. Boy, have a good lasagna, and till
Love you
next
all.
time. And
Bye
ciao,
bye.
ciao.
Take care, all.
Bye.